Alright, in my last video, which I think was part 6 of this project, I mentioned I wasn't sure what I was going to do as far as which fender to use. The option was keep going with this one and weld in that trailer fender into the new pocket, the new dimple that I made for the spare tire carrier, and then use the back half of the new fender effectively as a patch panel to fix this rust spot. And what I've decided to do is to what I had originally planned in part 1, which was to experiment with this fender, being that it has that rust spot down there, and do all the nice work to the new fender. So that's what I'm going to do. In particular, you know, when I was cutting this out, I made these hard 90-degree cuts in here. You know, I wasn't really paying attention, and my trailer fender has a radiused a little lip on it. So on the new fender, the orange fender, I will cut that with a radius in there instead of this hard 90-degree, because basically what I'd have to do is come in with a small patch panel and fill that in. Same with right down here. It would have a radius in here, and I would have to fill that in with a patch panel. So I'm just going to go ahead and make the best cuts that I can on the new fender. And in the end, I'll tell you what, I think it's going to be about the same amount of work. Cutting a big dimple like this into the new fender as opposed to using this big dimple I've cut, making the patch panels, making it all work. I think it'll be the same amount of work, same amount of time and energy and everything like that. But if I go to the orange fender and make my cuts better, the end product will look a lot better. So I think that's what I'm going to do, and I won't have to worry about messing with this rust patch down there. I'll just be focused on doing the spare tire dimple, and then it's got a few little dents that need to be hammered back into place, and then do a little body filler, and it'll look good. So right now I'm in the process of actually removing this fender, and I've got all the little struts removed. On the inside here, it uses these Torx bolts. And there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of those. And in fact, there's actually 12. There's one right down here, right there, and it's a Torx bit, and you have to get to it from the underside, and it's right, putting your ratchet in there is kind of difficult with the spring shackle right there. And actually the problem was I tried it, it's in there real tight, and so I'm gonna have to cut the bolt. So not worried about that. The new fender has all these captured nuts in place, so not worried about that. I'll get another bolt, that's no big deal. So I'll just keep going on this. I've almost got it completely out. I got to cut that one bolt, and then there's one here, one bolt there, and another bolt here. These are the last two that are holding it in, and I've already broken these loose. So I'll just cut that one out from right down in there, cut that bolt, and then the fender should pop right off. It's kind of glued into place. I don't know if it's seam sealer or what all's in there, but I'm gonna have to get a putty knife or something to get in there and kind of pop it free. So oh, and also there's some bolts that hold the little step to the fender. I think there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 there and a couple struts. Anyway, when you get under there, you'll see it. Just spray everything with some PB Blaster beforehand, because it's probably really rusted. And once you do that, it should come out just fine. So anyway, I'm taking this fender off, and then we'll match it up to the orange fender. So as you can see, I got the fender off, and it was on there pretty good. You can see there's some stuff here. I don't know if this is a seam sealer or an actual adhesive that they use to stick the fender onto the side of the bed here. I mean, obviously it is bolted. I showed you all those bolts, and I did get this bolt ground out. I just need to punch it through. But yeah, if you're taking your fender off, it's got some glue adhesive substance of some kind the whole way around it. So once you get the bolts off, you're not done. It needs, back here it just kind of popped right off, but up here it was still stuck pretty good, and I had to jam the screwdriver up in there and kind of pop it loose. So anyway, yeah, just wanted to show you what's under there if you're trying to take your fender off. So anyway, let me we'll go put this fender in the back and match it up with the new orange fender.